Well, I'm back with another episode of Top 5 Mods. This week we'll be looking at, yep, you guessed it, mods. Or specifically guns. Many guns. Let's get started. Coming in at number 5 is no BOS vertebrate random encounters. I would show this mod off, but there really isn't a lot to show off. So instead you can admire this peaceful, quiet walk in nature. The trees are kinda dead and there isn't a whole lot of green around, but at least it's quiet and peaceful. No longer do you have to hear those annoying drunk BOS vertebrate pilots crash every 5 minutes. That was getting quite annoying, but no more. And while you're taking a stroll through the forest, you're gonna need some camping supplies. So this mod allows you to craft your very own little camp. This includes a chair, a cooking station, a sleeping bag, a suitcase, and a lamp. You can craft all these things under the portable tab at the chemistry station. Then all you need to do is find a cozy camping spot in between some charred trees and just throw everything down on the floor like you would do in real life. Then you can make use of it, you can cook some food, you can sit down in your chair, and when you're done you simply pick it up and move on. It's a pretty simple mod, but I think it's pretty nifty. Last week I covered the sleeping bag, which is sort of included in this mod. This one does look a tad bit more professional. There's like a whole fade out sequence and a sound, very professional sound effect. But again, this is probably going to be pretty useful for the upcoming survival mode since fast travel will be disabled. At number 3 we've got the Standalone pipe shotgun. So this adds in a DIY pipe shotgun to the game. It's a single shot shotgun, so you'll be reloading half the time when you're using this thing. It also looks like it's made out of an actual pipe, but it's got some character to it. It has a few modifications available. You can make this thing short or long, depending on your preference. You can also decide whether or not you want to duct tape a bayonet to it. And if that's not good enough for you, you can duct tape 2 bayonets to this thing. Now these bayonets will actually come in pretty handy in between the reloading, but overall it's a really nice weapon. At number 2 we've got Modern Firearms Gunsmith Edition. So this mod adds in 3 modern weapons, the AR-15, the ACR/Magpul Masada, and the H&K MP5. Yes, I said this episode was going to be about guns, so I wasn't lying. With this mod you get 3 for the price of 1. So the ACR uses 5.56, the MP5 uses 9mm or 10mm depending on your receiver, and the AR-15 uses 5.56 or 7.62-39 if you turn this thing into an AK-AR hybrid. All these guns have a fair amount of mods available, underbarrel attachments, loads of suppressors, even a side rail attachment like a laser. Then the ACR also has a few different paint jobs available, and most importantly there's Beta C mags. Now overall all of these weapons look really nice. The only downside is the animations. Again, not a lot can be done about that without the creation kit, but for all 3 of these weapons the animations for the magazines as well as the charging handles are just a bit off. Now I've shown off an AR-15 before, the so-called M2216, and this had a pretty nifty charging handle workaround, and this made the reloading animation work, and this mod kinda lacks that. But other than the reloading animations, these are 3 really good looking guns. So if you want some new toys to play around with, then this is definitely the mod for you. And with the Beta C mags you can shoot for days, even minutes on end. Coming in at number 1, yeah, you guessed it, it's another weapon. It's the IF-54 battle rifle. So this is a custom rifle. It looks a bit like an AK, but like most of the weapons, it looks good and it definitely sounds good as well. It's very customizable. You can have this thing firing 308 or 5mm. It's got a bunch of different barrels and scopes, some different muzzles if that's your thing, and most importantly, you can have a dual drum mag. The animations are almost on point, just not quite, but this gun kinda feels more like it belongs to Fallout. And it is definitely good enough to take out a bunch of naked super mutants that are running after you for some reason. Well, that was it for the top 5, but we've got a bonus mod. It's Immersive Toilet Paper. Yeah, I really couldn't fully immerse myself into Fallout 4 before this mod, but now I finally can. Yeah, this is literally all this mod does. It flips the toilet roll around. And actually check, I think it only does this in your own house in the beginning of the game. I went to the institute and all the toilet rolls were still the wrong way around, so that's a thing. Anyways, we've also got a real bonus mod. It's the Karambit CSGO inspired curved knife. You now no longer need to waste all your money on case drops to get a real Karambit. It doesn't really have one of those exotic color patterns, but you can definitely paint it red if you just try hard enough. It's a pretty good looking knife, it's moderately effective, but at least you'll look cool. Anyways, that was it for this week's mods. I won't be able to cover the next 2 weeks as I'm gonna be busy. The GoPro gimbal is coming along quite nicely. We now have a sturdy long black handle to hold it with, so given our lack of experience and craftsmanship, I think it came out pretty okay. Anyway, see you next time. Yeah, I honestly don't have a lot to ramble on about today. Sorry to disappoint you. Apparently some people were really fond of this section right here. where I just sort of talk to myself about absolutely nothing. But yeah, go watch the video in the bottom left corner and leave a like for once. You know, do your good deed of the day. Definitely do that. Anyways, until next time, truly.